All right, peace and blessings. Welcome to Tiger Channel. My name is Derek White, and I am originally from Jamaica. I was born in a place, Central America, place called Belize, but I grew up in Jamaica. One of the reasons why I wanted to bring forth this information because I wanted a lot of the Americans to realize what it is like moving to another country. I came here when I was 16 years old when I finished high school, which, of course, in Jamaica, we only go to 11th grade. So we finished early, graduated, came here to America, Orlando, Florida. Now, some more news and information. We had to be sponsored. You can't just come to a country. You have to be sponsored and get a visa to come. So most of the Jamaicans either go to New York or them come down to Florida. No. When I came to Orlando and we moved here back in 1979, and I was writing back and forth to my friends in Jamaica, and I tell them I was in Orlando. Them say, "Where?" Nobody never heard of Orlando because this was long before Disney World was ever popular. When we came here to America, Orlando, Florida was nothing but orange trees, two-lane highway. So I had to tell people that we live in Miami. Because them couldn't really understand because Orlando wasn't even on the map to speak of. So what are some of the things that foreigners face when they come to a different country? All right, true that. We spoke English in Jamaica and we do speak English, but we speak a dialect. We don't speak what they call conjugational English. There's no conjugation of verbs, it is a broken English. So, my understanding is this: Jamaican is a fusion of broken English, broken Chinese, African, and Indian language all roll into one. The motto that we have in Jamaica is out of many one people, meaning what? Even though we are many people, we see ourselves as one person. So let me tell you a little bit about the culture shock when I come to America. Because of course, when we look at the TV, it's nothing but rich people we see. Everybody filthy rich in Jamaica, in America. That's why a lot of foreigners want to come here because we think the streets are gold. And then when I came here to America and I see poverty and I see dirty cars, I see trash, and I realize how hard people had to work, I was surprised. This is not exactly what I expected to find. Now, one of the things I had to deal with coming here is the shock of not the language per se, but the cultural difference. Think about it, what it would be like for you, always in a certain environment for the most part of your life. Me coming here to Jamaica, coming here to America from Jamaica, I find out for the first time in my life that I was black. And you might say, what does that mean? Well, because it was never an issue. Because in Jamaica, we don't say white Jamaican, which we have white people in Jamaica. We don't say Chinese Jamaican. We have Chinese people in Jamaica. We don't say Indian Jamaican. We just say Jamaican. So when I come here and I realize and see how people segmented, this person is that race and that race is this, and you're supposed to talk this way, you're supposed to like this. And I was surprised. And I was confused. As a matter of fact, I went through a lot of psychological issues. My mother almost put me in a psychiatric ward. Serious. So when we came here back in 1979, it was me, my sister, and my parents. Now in Jamaica, they have a system back then that you couldn't take anything out of the country as far as a lot of your belongings. We came here with 2 suitcases apiece. Come here to America with some money and stay with one of our relatives until we get ourselves established. Now, let's talk about immigration. People don't realize what foreigners have to go through to live into another country. The things that you go through, the stupid questions that sometimes people ask you. For example, when I come from Jamaica, People asking me, do you live in tree houses in Jamaica? No. You speak English pretty good coming from Jamaica. Of course. Jamaica was a British country. So that being said, now we had a whole heap of the same mannerism that England has. We drive on the left side. We come to America, them drive on the right side. We come over here, even some of the words that we use, you say here in America, open the hood. We say open the bonnet. Even some of the words that we use in Jamaica, like when I was growing up, and we use a word when I was in high school, the word mascot. So when I came to America and I was going to school, and this guy was telling me, for example, I am the team mascot. Well, in Jamaica, back then, the word mascot mean idiot. So I was saying to myself, so you're proud to be the team idiot? It's amazing how many different type of misunderstanding and cultural crossing things. So even though we spoke English, the words had a whole lot of different meaning. Another example, I was in, again, Orlando, walking down International Drive where all the hotels are. And a guy said to me, what it is. And I said, what it is? I said, Burger King, can't you read? Because I took that literally. But I had to realize, oh, that was a figure of speech. So when he was saying what it is, he was saying, how are you? I said, okay. So, all these things that foreigners deal with, that a lot of times Americans don't think about, how we have to translate things in our minds before we say what we say. Learning to use the right words. And then one of the problems I run into was diction. Because, right, okay, if I go in on my really thick Jamaican, I don't really understand me as much. So I had people kept asking me, what did you say? What did you say? Can you repeat it? And it started to get annoying. So that's why I changed my accent, and I can speak the way they say, well, you don't sound like you come from Jamaica. I said, I can sound like I come from Jamaica anytime, but I just try to stick to the standard English so the comprehension is there.